Cherlyn Bridges, and 80 East Drive, Parkville. When the issue of occupancy came up, we didn't question it because there were precedent cases all around, and that's been discussed this evening, that these team members live here, these team members live here, these team members live here. I'd like to put a different perspective on that, however. I've been in real estate 20 years. Prior to that, I came from a background of college teaching. I taught at Malone, I taught at Whittier College in California, I taught at Spring Hill College in Mobile, I've taught in Africa, I've taught in Asia. And part of the reality of that is you are surrounded with students. I've had students sleep in my house, eat in my house, have parties at my house. That's the reality if you are in the college environment in academia. So I just wanted to clarify that issue. And I want to put a different face on some of the people who are in academia. We're talking about some young adults here who spent a day with a restoration specialist. They understand the mechanics of an older home. They understand what they are to do and not do in order to maintain the value of that home. They have a genuine appreciation for the community. They have already been very good neighbors. When they heard that someone who had a book outreach, when their collection box was vandalized, they came together and replaced that. They replaced the books that were missing, and they replaced the funds that were needed to carry this on. They have already been good neighbors. So thank you for letting me speak. Yes?
Are you involved with the transaction of the house on Inwood?
I am. I am the listing agent.
Why did you not inform them of our ordinance?
I mentioned that when we first started. When you know that there are houses all around that have multiple residents there, that was the precedent.
And you're saying on Inwood there are multiple houses like that? Because I live around the corner and that's not true.
You did a driving tour. May I ask you where some of those places were?
Oh, ma'am, at the outset I gave you rules, and I said that's not going to take place.
Okay, that's fine. I understand.
Mr. Pye.
Well, possibly if those houses were owned and rented before 2003, they would be grandfathered in according to our ordinance, okay? So possibly some of the rentals that you see where there's multiple kids in them, and it doesn't have to be college kids, it can be multiple people of any type, elderly, single couples living, 2 or 3 single couples living in a house, but the properties that you see are probably grandfathered in.
I understand when I talked to zoning that there used to be a larger occupancy.
Yes, it used to be allowed to have 4. Before 2003, the code was 4 unrelated people, and in 2003 it was changed to 2.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you, ma'am.